welcome back to my channel, Dark Horse Gang. And if you're new, it's your favorite Southern Psychic, Lele in the building. And today we got another reading, so go ahead and get your drinkity drink, go get your snackity snack, and let's get it poppin'. So today's topic of discussion, people are saying that you are a walking inspiration, and you took that pain and you built an empire, period. So people have always felt that there was something different about you. Like, we're all made in the image of God, but you just got that little sprinkle. You got that little something different about you. And at a young age, like, you knew that you were different from other people. Like, your spirit is so beautiful. But some sort of trauma happened to you where you felt like a part of yourself was taken away. But it's not that it was taken away, you were just feared into suppression. And so what you thought was taken away from you, this light, this sparkle, has actually been laying dormant within yourself. Because there's this fear of vulnerability, this fear of intimacy. Whenever you're fully yourself, that's like the deepest form of intimacy that you can have. It's like your authenticity was threatened at a young age. Yeah, so with the tarot cards, we have the Five of Swords coming through. And if you see this card, like, you have this person over here who's holding this cup up. All right, it's very much reminiscent of the Page of Cups in this deck here. Okay, we have the Page of Cups as well. He's also holding a cup up. This is that inner child energy that I'm talking about. Clarifying the Five of Swords, we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. This is a recurring pattern I'm feeling here that started in your youth, where people took your authenticity for granted. I'm hearing that they took your light and they used it for their own gratification. And so to protect this sacred part of yourself, you really just kind of shoved that light down. And so finally, up until recently, it's like something happened with you where you're like, enough is enough. You're done shoving the true you down to make people comfortable. I'm hearing that you felt like you were kind of living a double life for a while, where you were trying to be overly accommodating to everybody. Because you feared that if you were to live in your truth and to be honest with how you felt, I'm feeling root chakra energy where it felt unsafe for you to be yourself because you felt like you were going to be ostracized or kicked out. But the beautiful thing is that you finally had some clarity coming through here with the Hanged Man and the Ace of Swords. You're realizing that the true you, the real you that shines brightly, has always been there. And now you're finally reconnecting with this truth. And so like I mentioned, we have the Page of Cups, and it's clarified with the Empress. You're finally coming to this place of, regardless of the past pains that you experienced growing up, people's treatment of you does not dictate your value and your self-worth. So Spirit is showing me that you're finally done playing small and living a lie. We have the Two of Swords in the reversal, which is beautiful. This means that you're finally facing the truth. You went within with the Hermit card and the Judgment energy. It's like you're finally realizing not all company is good company. And even if you have to do this on your own, walk this path by yourself, you're going to do it. So before I started the reading, I saw the number 222 3 times. 222 adds up to 6. And that's so funny because actually 6 is about family. It represents the mother and it represents the home. And as I was channeling the energies, I was hearing that song called Fix Me by 10 Years. But 6 energy, or 6 people, or if you're going through your personal 6-year numerology, is a time period where it feels like you put other people's needs before your own needs. And so the fact that that song is called Fix Me, it's like you were the cleanup crew for everybody, and you were also trying to fix yourself to fit into places that you really didn't belong in. So these are the lyrics that were coming through. I'm fighting the fire, I feed on the friction, I'm right where I should be, don't try and fix me, I'm fighting the fire. So it's definitely giving me this message coming through, especially with the Hermit card. Look at this card. He's literally holding the torch of fire and he's going into the dark depths, right? He's going to where it's uncomfortable, and that's what you're doing currently. You're finally blowing your trumpet is what's coming through here. You're finally facing the facts. You're just like that song coming through, you're finding the fire, you feed on the friction. The friction is what purges and what creates you. You're no longer trying to be overly digestible. And I am hearing a message come through is so beautiful. This is the time period to step into archetype energies. This is connected to your inner child. Do you remember whenever you were a kid and you would play pretend? For example, whenever I was a kid, we used to play Batman in the woods, and I would act like I was Poison Ivy. And I would jump from tree to tree, and I would be all ooh, I'm Poison Ivy. Now, the thing about archetypes, I know that they can say oh, it's play pretend, or it's fake it till you make it. But the truth is, all of the archetypes that you can think of actually live within ourselves. And so this season, it's the time to like play pretend. It's time to step into archetype energies. Like you can even think of Beyonce as an example. Beyonce has said this in interviews before where she mentions that whenever she gets on stage, she steps into this whole different character. Something comes over her and she calls it Sasha Fierce. She says when she gets on the stage, Beyonce has left the building and Sasha Fierce takes over. And so this season, this is what's happening with you. This fierceness, this warrior is opening up and it's coming out of you. And Spirit is showing me that it's connected to Lilith energy because we do have Lilith's freedom coming through. So let me not get ahead of myself. We got a lot of cards that came out with this deck. So the first one is the Queen of Halloween. This is about you standing into your regal power and authority. So we have Lilith's freedom, we have La Katrina, and this card specifically, you see she's a butterfly, but this card is talking about adorning yourself, dressing the way that would make you feel beautiful, that makes you feel powerful. And especially double whammy with the octopus fairy. This card is all about camouflage and like embodying a different identity. It's kind of like method acting. Spirit's saying this is kind of like going to be therapeutic to you. I'm hearing that there's this character within yourself that you're reclaiming from your youth. He or she is bold and feisty. We also have the zombie kitty and queen coming through. In this card, you see she's got a bunch of different scars on her. It represents your scars being badges of honor, the things that you've gone through. I'm hearing that the pain cuts deep, but so do you. So like I said in the beginning, like everybody has always thought that there was something different and peculiar about you. You just don't fit the mold of normality. And you used to think that this was a bit of a curse where it's like, well, why can't I find my place? You're no longer begging for a seat at the table. You're building your own damn table. And honey, I'm telling you, once you start really working into this, you might have already started doing archetype work, but this is in regards to shadow work as well, working with the archetypes. This isn't faking it till you make it. This is embodying it, who's within yourself that wants to be acknowledged and seen. I'm hearing that this little trick that you're going to start tapping into with this archetype energy and embodying this new version of yourself, it's the secret ingredient that's going to help you to skyrocket whatever you're doing. Like I'm hearing you have a clean slate right now. And it's time to put it to the test. It's time to go to the drawing board and write out exactly like, okay, what is this archetype's name? How do they dress? How do they talk? How do they carry themselves? So I do have my archetype cards. I want to tap in and see like what's calling for you. Like what is calling to be revealed within yourself? Bro, the first card to come through is the freaking King. This is insane. We literally have the Queen of Halloween coming through, okay? We have the Empress, all right? A lot of regal, powerful energy, sovereign energy. This is literally what this is. You came here to embody that big boss energy. You didn't come here to follow the leader. You came here to be the leader, period. You did not come here to follow at all. Okay, we have the Athlete coming through. It says dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. Yes, you came here to exceed limitations, to overcome things in the physical 3D that is trying to push you down. Because if you think about the energies of being an athlete, this is somebody who has lifted the weights. It's like pushing past gravity. You came here to be stronger than gravity is what I'm hearing. Oh my God, your archetype is literally Lilith. Now, if you know the story of Lilith, she was Adam's first counterpart. She wasn't made from Adam's rib. She was created from the same stuff as Adam. So that made her an equal. And whenever she didn't want to succumb or bow down to him, he chastised her and made her feel shame for doing so. And the cards that just came through has Lilith energy written all over it. You came here to be misunderstood. So the next cards that we have coming through is the Child Magical. So like I was saying, it's connected to your inner child spirit. This is the thing that was taken away from you. This energy of feeling shame for saying no, to setting boundaries. So it says seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible. You had people, I'm hearing when you were a child, you had adults who made you feel shame for believing in magic. You came to show the world that anything is possible. We have the Companion card coming out in the reversal, okay? And it says, betrayal by misusing confidences and loss of personal identity. You came here to be independent in your identity. So you lost a sense of identity in your relationships is what I'm hearing. But then we have Slave in the reversal and also Samaritan in the reversal. You didn't come here to bow down to anybody else's will. So the slave card in the reversal, it says giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. You came here to decide for yourself, not to get opinions from other people, and definitely not to make mama proud. Now I'm hearing that song from Amy Winehouse, I can't help you if you won't help yourself. Because every time you do, every time you sacrifice for people, it's like it's taking a little piece of yourself every time. And so now you're bringing all of your pieces back together. And yes, honey, this is out of self-preservation. You didn't come here to lose your identity in any of your relationships. Like, sometimes we need a compromise, but other times you have to see the difference between compromising and living a lie. Like, it's time for you to live in truth, and sometimes it's going to hurt some people's feelings. But sometimes the truth hurts, honey. Your energy is very regal. Definitely with the king coming through and the empress energy. Plus the queen of Halloween. Like, I'm hearing in the past, it's like you have this regal energy and like you were surrounding yourself with people who had more of like peasant energy. And this isn't just to talk down to others or anything like that, but this is the way that people are carrying themselves. It's like you roll with the dogs, you get fleas. Like, I'm hearing know your worth and add tax. And this is what you're finally realizing. The king and queen don't sit there and entertain knights and peasants. And also, you didn't come here to get tripped up in love to where it makes you forget how powerful you are. You're done losing your sense of identity in your relationships. It's time for you to dream again. It's time for you to embody this king, this queen energy. So ask yourself this question. How does a king or a queen dress? How do they talk? How do they associate with people? And although this path that you're walking down might be seen as offensive, or it's like, well, that's not the right way to do things. It's like you're breaking tradition is what I'm hearing with the Lilith energy. You came here to dominate with your presence is what I'm hearing. You did not come here to water down your power. So yeah, I'm hearing that this is going to be the groundwork, this archetype work to your building of this legacy, this empire. All right, we're going to get a little bit deeper. I have the Queen of the Sun Oracle and the Queen of the Moon Oracle, okay? And so we're going to talk to your sun sign and then we're going to talk to your moon sign, okay? So the sun is the ego. It's what's seen, right? It's kind of like your race kind of thing in astrology. And the moon represents your internal world, your subconscious mind. All right. So what does your sun want to say to you? What does your sun energy want to say? We have contentment coming through. Your sun energy wants you to know that you've done enough. And be content with the empire that you've already created for yourself. Be content with your progress. We have the truth coming through. What was I just saying about the truth? The truth can hurt people sometimes. I want to get some clarity about this truth energy. What is this truth spirit? Boundaries. Okay, so some people try to make you feel some sort of way in the past about setting boundaries or try to make you seem like you were the bad guy in the situation because you stood your ground. And because we're talking about sun energy, the ego, yes, this is what I'm hearing. Your sun energy or your ego energy wants you to know that you're safe to be honest. You're safe to be yourself. And we have accomplishments. So this is showing me that you've made a major milestone in your life. You hit a major milestone in your accomplishments and what you wanted to achieve. Especially with that athlete energy. Look, they're both doing like the same stance. They got their arms in the air. Affirm this down below. I am victorious. You are a victorious trailblazer and you did it. You've arrived. This energy coming through with a contentment card, you see it's an older lady. And this is representing like you've aged gracefully. You've aged with wisdom. So your sun energy wants you to be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself, dude. You did it. You laid down the groundwork and now it's like you're stepping into this like new timeline. You've already accomplished so much. You did the impossible. You did what other people didn't think that you could do. I'm hearing you're going up like a Super Saiyan. You're going on to the next one is the message. So let's tap into your moon energy. Let's see what your moon energy wants to tell you. Your subconscious. Okay, so spirit, what does their moon want to tell them? Contentment and self-love. Like I said, it's like feeling good in your skin again is what I'm hearing. We also have fruition, the harvest moon. So everything that you set your sights on, it's like it's all happening. I'm hearing that you tapped into this archetype of fierceness in the past. And your moon energy wants you to continue to use this wisdom that you've used to overcome darkness. And of course, we have the sovereignty card, Queen of the Moon. There's more queen energy. You're no longer being blinded by the opinions of other people. And with the path card at the bottom of the deck, your moon energy, which is also connected to your intuition, is saying you know what to do now. It's time for you to embody that fierce warrior that you are. Give him or her a name. Definitely starting with the word queen or king. For example, I'll go first. Queen Lele in the building. Or if you want to go with more of a Sasha Fierce energy, you know what I'm saying? We have the gift card coming through. All right, it says, you will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. So this is giving me, like I said, when you're starting to tap into that archetype energy, you're going to discover that you have these like untapped potentials and gifts inside of yourself. You're going to realize you're a lot more articulate and quick-witted than you gave yourself credit for. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, we have social status coming through. You will reach the heights of fame in society. Whatever you're meant to do, like I said, you're a walking inspiration. She's literally wearing a crown. This is your coronation season, so affirm that down below. This is my coronation season. Oh my God. Yes, public face. This message, if you've come this far, put down some octopus emojis, okay? So we have the flexibility card, which has the octopus, and it says adapt slowly by using versatility, compromise, adaptation, and change, etc. Be flexible in your methods. Like I said, coming back to the octopus energy earlier, octopus is your spirit animal. So like I said, comment down below octopuses if you came this far. It's about flexibility. It's about shape-shifting. You are a shapeshifter, and like I said with the archetype energy, it's time to morph into this new person. And like I said earlier, it's not that it's not you, it is you. It's an archetype that's being pulled out of you. And in doing so, boom, we have sweet success. Spirit's saying that this is your villain era. Allow yourself to be the villain to get things done. So what's the villain arc? What's the villain story? Who hurt you? And you know, we're not marinating in the pain, but we're using things as fuel to get things done. And the Sweet Success card says it is not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. Get what you want. So you're getting what you want. Maybe your archetype is the seductress who seduces the universe to get what you want, because you're no longer asking for a seat at the table. You're demanding your spot, period. And also I'm hearing there's no plan B. This is it. This is the whole shebang bang. This is the plan. We're not backtracking. We're not second guessing. We're embodying. Yes, we have the Swan Queen. Transformation. This is a season of transformation and metamorphosis. For some reason, I'm hearing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's like putting on your superhero cape. So it says transformation, intuition, and patience. Be patient with yourself as you transform into this new individual. We have the Winged Wise Ones coming through, and it says angelic help, miraculous aid. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the altar priestess, preparation, prayer, and sacred ritual. So Spirit's saying if you put down the groundwork, if you get started on this, you're going to have miraculous aid. And I'm telling you, you're about to skyrocket into fame and glory in this thing that you're doing. So get to the drawing board, get to the dry erase board or your altar, whatever it is that you go to ground your ideas, to set the intention. This is a season of intention. Who is it that you want to be? What is it you're going to be manifesting? Because whatever it is, you're going to be hitting social status, boo. So walk like the celebrity or the king or queen that you are. All right, so let's go ahead and get you some final advice. The Spirit with final advice here for my spiritual baddies who are putting their crown on. Period. We have Kali liberation. And we also have Epona wise leadership. So you came here to lead, like I said earlier. It's time to dance to the beat of your own drum. So have fun with this. Have fun with this creative energy of like reinventing yourself. All right, boo. So that's the reading I have for you. I'm so excited. You're going to be successful in this. Okay, so comment down below. Let me know. Okay. So if this reading resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out. Until next time, you have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.